Demand for 2024 is not going to be great, right? Real estate is still busting. It's still booming. The construction's going crazy. Doesn't really make that much sense, but we got some really big real estate news to talk about today. And especially with weaker demand in the consumer side, it's really not looking as hot as you think. So look at this article by CNBC. General Mills echoes FedEx with a warning about a weaker demand. General Mills and FedEx both cut revenue guidance for their 2024 years. Both companies cited softer demand from customers, and General Mills saw a slower than expected volume recovery in the second quarter, despite customers are just changing things up. Guys, when customers aren't buying cereal, you know something is up, right? The economy just isn't really that great, and especially with FedEx, the stock dropped over 10% that day. Guess what happened to FedEx? Earnings were weak, not enough shipments, and they even said 2024 will be softer consumer demand. Not really that big of a surprise considering the Feds were wanting to stop cutting rates this year and start cutting rates in 2024. So this could be one of the biggest things happening in the economy. So with softer demand, do you really think people are shelling out $500,000 for a little house? Probably not, right? So if you look at some of the new articles out there, it's really concerning. New construction surge in November. Single-family units were highest in more than a year. Too much construction, guys. It's one of the biggest bubbles you'll ever see. This is unacceptable to see this much construction, and especially with the small regional banks just cool with it, right? You won't actually see massive banks loaning out this much money. In fact, most of these projects and many of these Texas cities, for example, a lot of this new construction are all funded by small regional banks. These local banks that don't care. If you want a loan, they'll give it to you. And these developers are just building like crazy. Look at the amount of homes for sale in Dallas, 13,000 homes. But if you just look at the new construction, it's a totally different story. There's about almost 6,000 new construction homes. So about 43 to 45% of all the homes for sale in Dallas are all new construction and all built in like 2021 till now. That's unacceptable. Usually new construction is no more than 10% of the housing inventory for an average city. But for a lot of these Texas cities, it's heading towards 50. And I wouldn't even be surprised if 2024, we get up to like 50, 55, 65% new construction. They're building these homes like crazy. It just doesn't make any sense. And with weaker demand, massive layoffs of high jobs and very good paying jobs, do you really think these new construction homes are going to be selling? Because the people who have the money to buy these expensive homes these days, right, who could afford $500,000 suburban houses, they generally have to make a household income of like at least $150,000 in my opinion, just to get something like this. And with expenses and inflation and everything being more expensive, I don't really think these new construction homes are selling anytime soon. And then what's even scarier is the commercial real estate market. Nearly half of office loans are now at the risk of default. And there's also new paper that shows and argues that 14% of the 2.7 trillion commercial real estate loan market and 44% of office loans currently carry outstanding loan balances higher than the property values. Major default risk. What does this mean? It means that the property that they took out a mortgage for, the mortgage, which is a debt, the building is worth so little that the mortgage is worth usually 2 to 3 times more. And San Francisco is a fantastic example, right? Buildings like, for example, this, you took out a loan for $100 million back a few years ago, but now this building is only worth like $35 million. Like, what in the world is the point of even paying this off, right? Just default on the building at that point. And that's exactly what's happening. We're seeing massive defaults. We're even seeing LA's third tallest tower selling for just $145 million. That is a 50% loss. And they bought that in like 2014. Imagine you bought it in 2014 and you still lost 50% of your real estate value. The AOH tower or center, whatever it is. It's just terrible. Like, these office markets are just taking a huge hit. And we know what's really scary about this? They're building more office towers. In fact, there's a record amount of building for commercial office buildings. And that just doesn't make any sense. FDIC is also a little bit worried about this because there's about 1,200 banks with a massive portfolio of office real estate. And 1,200 banks that have huge amounts of commercial office loans. And they're still loaning out money. Then why are these builders building all of these? It's because they want to make a big bet that workers come back from hybrid or remote work, but that's not happening. Hybrid or remote work, especially hybrid, is here to stay. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below before we leave. Definitely check out the private Discord server, guys. We're making a lot of really amazing winning trades, and it's 7-day free trial. Patreon link below. Check us out. 24/7 hour support. We even have video tutorials to help you guys. It's a fantastic server. Lots of great plays. We're actually making money. That's a fantastic part. I mean, sure, we got a few losses here and there. They were so pretty sudden. But one of the most fantastic trades last week was going to be this SMCI call. Made like 132%. I played that. Made some good money. Check us out. And it's a free trial.